Hi guys, this is going to be a video for those of you who have been ghosted by a Leo. So this is a complete cross watchers video, okay? So I'm going to front load that with that. Guys, this is general for the archetype of Leo, so please, if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. You're going to be able to tell as the reading progresses if it resonates with you and if it's your story. We can't possibly reach everyone, but I always say with these readings in particular, if you know your partner's rising, moon, and Venus, you should definitely check it out. It's going to give you a lot more information because keep in mind, our sun sign is only our ego consciousness, right? Moon is how we do emotions, Venus is how we do love and how we understand money, and our rising sign is our personality. So all of those things together would really give a much stronger narrative, you know, to piece together, kind of like a puzzle to best understand what might have been going on. And it's just for clarity. And unfortunately, with these kind of situations, we don't have clarity, right? It's so messed up when somebody goes somebody. There's nothing right about it. You know, unless there's mental illness involved somehow where they felt like there was no, honestly, no other way of dealing with things. But other than that, it's nothing shy of cowardice. And what ends up happening with these situations, though, is that we can't have any closure, right? There's no closure. So I'm going to be pulling a row for their past, their present, their future, and whatever I'm called to pull on regarding that situation. And then I'll pull some cards to indicate where you're at, and then a closing energy message for you from a message from the universe. All right, so let's see what we have. And remember, this is from their perspective. And I always say with these readings, 4 different people can look at the same thing, have the same experience in reality, and walk away with 4 different perspectives, right? So I'm pulling the energies for the archetype of Leo. Let's see what we can get. All right, so in the past, okay. So in the past, we have the Page of Swords reverse and the Six of Wands reverse. So the Page of Swords reverse tells me that some sort of lying happened. Some sort of lying, some sort of manipulation was going on. Now, since this was their past and it's a court cards can be them, you, or a little bit of both of you. So I have a feeling either they were not being honest with you, they felt you weren't being honest with them. There was some sort of lack of honesty. And the Six of Wands reverse indicates it's definitely some sort of disrespect, that they felt disrespected and they felt like they weren't going to be able to have a victorious relationship with you. Six of Wands upright is all about victory and respect. Yeah. And they ended up going into the space of feeling Temperance reverse, which Temperance is the alchemical card. So it's taking what you need and what they need and mixing it together to create this third thing that would be like the relationship, right? Like what the relationship needs. But in doing that, in doing all of that, what's at the underbelly of it all is the truth, right? The truth of what you need, the truth of what they need. You know, what they really deeply desire, deep within the recess of their soul, what you desire, what they're vibing you desire. And this just not being present in your relationship, and them recognizing this, and them recognizing this and being honest about it, except in the Judgment reverse, this tells me that Leo was not being completely honest with themselves. They just weren't. This is someone who... All right, I'm going to the past few readings have been actually like with like good, just like confused people who ghosted people. But I got to tell you, the Judgment reverse is telling me that Leo is playing mind games with themselves and deflecting a lot of things onto you, not wanting to look at themselves. This is them creating scenarios that instigated arguments that they ultimately ended up presenting as being because of something that you did or said, just as a way of building this ability to climb out of the relationship. But why? What the hell is that about? What is that about? And was there really dishonesty? Was there not? Let's get some information on that Judgment reverse, please. Information on the Judgment reverse. Let's pull the bottom of the deck. 2 of Swords. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess they felt like here, well, with the 2 of Swords, this is just very confused. All right, so were you dealing with a Leo who was also dealing or entertaining someone else or another situation, because the Two of Swords is basically being at cross purposes with themselves, with you, but it's also taking a minute to realize, okay, which path should I really go down? Like, which is going to actually ultimately serve me the best? Yeah. Two of Pentacles is the same thing, kind of. It's this idea of, you know, this path or that path, this path or that path. So this Leo that you were dealing with had two options of something that was impacting your relationship. Now, this could also be, doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could be an opportunity that they were given and they were trying to, but if they took opportunity with the opportunity, that they wouldn't be able to maintain their relationship with you, and they were in a space of figuring out, do I go for this opportunity or do I stay put and continue this relationship? For some of you, that could be the story. For others of you, it could certainly be another person, or it could just simply be them desiring a different framing of a relationship, like just a different content within the relationship. Ten of Cups, yeah, I mean, they were in a space of just really wanting this Ten of Cups energy, but for some reason they felt like it wasn't happening with you. But you know what, because there's confusion here, they do care. There is caring here, but there's also a lack of willingness to look at themselves. And you know, when I talk about these, you know, I just want to say, I love all signs. I don't not like any sign at all. But I also recognize that every sign has a high vibration element and a low vibrational element. And when we're talking about somebody who ghosted somebody, I'm going right into their darker, okay? The darker archetype of Leo. And Leo, the non-evolved Leo, is really very entrenched in an unhealthy ego. It's very easy for them to flip in and out of narcissistic tendencies. I'm not saying narcissistic personality disorder, but those tendencies of gaslighting, of deflection, of playing games with themselves, of trying to put things on everyone around them except for themselves, changing the story, making it seem like things are you. Yeah. Well, I'm getting a very confused vibe here from this person. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Six of Swords reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. And they were just in a place of thinking that they weren't going to be able to have this connection with you, the type of connection that they really wanted, because Pentacles is all about how we do relationships, how we do, you know, connection. And the Nine of Swords reverse tells me that they were feeling very, very anxious about it and very upset. That the reversal with the Nine of Swords just means that they were feeling the same thing as the upright, except even more deeply. And this is about self-imprisonment, and they were very trapped in their own mind, trying to get to the bottom of something, trying to find an answer for themselves, but they weren't realizing that they were not being honest with themselves. They were looking for the answers in the wrong places, if that makes sense, and feeling like they weren't going to be able to build things with you. Because the Three of Pentacles is, it's my architect card, right? For those of you who've been watching me, it's a card of building and, you know, really working together to have this next phase. And in the reverse, it's telling me that they're not able, you guys are not able to do this, but I can't help. But that Judgment reverse is very profound for me. It does tell me that they are looking in the wrong place as far as their answer is. But I do want to say this Leo is not a bad person. This Leo has feelings for you. This Leo is just not mature emotionally. I don't care how old they are. There's an element that's lacking in maturity when it comes to this particular relationship. But they're not a bad person. They're just blind to their own stuff. Not that that should be your problem, right? That's not why we're here. We're not here to fix things. We're here to just kind of understand. But that's a very obvious message to me, for sure. Now, in the present, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. So they still don't know what the hell they're doing. Because the Wands is all about motivation, right? And moving forward. And the Queen is about understanding what's necessary to make that happen in a healthy way, right? Because I always say queens are the cards of autonomy. And if, for those of you who aren't sure what that means, autonomy means the ability to be very independent in your own skin within the relationship, function as a couple, as a unit, but, you know, have your own healthy position in the relationship, your own friends, you have your own job, you have your own thoughts, you have your own dreams, your own desires, and they don't really know. I don't feel like Leo's very much in touch with what they really know. you know, what they, and as far as what they want to move forward with. They're very confused. Look at this. The Hierophant reverse, the Queen of Wands reverse, and the Hierophant reverse, their moral compass is all, it's like scrambled eggs right now. It's scrambled eggs. They think they know what they want 1 minute, and then a minute later, they're not sure. 1 minute they're working in their ego, and then the next minute they're really missing you and really, really upset about the whole thing. So then we have the Lover's card. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's talk about the Knight of Pentacles first in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles reverse means that they really don't feel that this connection is going to be able to happen with you. Now, this could be because of resources. This could be that they're having issues with resources, or they could feel like resources are an issue on your end, something to do with resources there. But Pentacles also means, again, the way we do connection, the way we do relationship, that emotional, physical, and mental connection, the ability to be supportive, the ability to just like be there for each other every day, and feeling like they're not sure if they can have that with you. So we have these three, like, yeah, but they do this, yeah, but they do that, but they do this. I'm not going to be able to connect with them. I don't agree with how they think. I don't agree with where they want the relationship to go. But then we have the Lover's card. This is where I say they're in a state of vacillation, because the Lover's card is not about, I would say it's not about riding off into the sunset, because in the original Rider-Waite, if you look at it, it's the couple kind of like grabbing each other's hands, right? But with these clouds in between, with Archangel Raphael and the sun above, and even here, this couple, so beautiful. I mean, there's a definitive like solid intention and longing in each other's eyes, but there's this sort of ominous weather that needs to clear up before they can actually run off into the sunset, right? Before the sun can rise, they have to work through these clouds, and that's about conflict. So the Lover's card is all about recognizing that there's conflict, and recognizing with great resolve that you guys have what it takes in order to resolve whatever issues are at hand. But I do get that Leo wants this with you, but they don't feel like it's possible. And I get that they're blaming you for it. Yeah, now going into the future, we have the Page of Cups reverse. So again, this is this idea of them not opening up emotionally to begin this next chapter with you. You know, is they're going to be very much in this King of Pentacles energy, you know, making their money, focused on work, focused on what they need in relationship, very focused on themselves here, very, very focused on themselves and what they need in their life in order to make their dream happen. Okay, because the Eight of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It's wishes coming true. Now, there is an ego element to the Eight of Cups, but you know what? In the upright, I really don't think it's an issue. It's them just being really focused on what they want for themselves and really trying to figure out how they're going to make that happen. But they're not doing it with any sense of ease, even though the hardest part is over. The Eight of Swords is the card of self-imprisonment, right? Them being very trapped in their own mind. It's a very mental energy, but in the reverse, it indicates that they've made it through the hardest time. And I am getting that they felt like they had to, and this is bullshit, but that they felt they had to ghost you because they just couldn't deal with, there's a cowardice here. There's a selfishness to this, to me. Yeah. Let's get some more information. Well, if this message is resonating with whoever's watching this, will this Leo reach out to them? I'm not honoring reversals. Yes or no? Not honoring reversals. The Hermit. Two more. Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now they're in very much the hermit mode. They're really seeking their own solace, and they're trying to figure out what they need. But as they're thinking about it, they are thinking about you. And this Page of Wands is coming up, which is this willingness to move forward in something with you and really missing you. We get this Queen of Wands energy with the Hermit. Oh man, are they missing you? This Leo is missing you. Yes. That's unquestionably missing you. But that Hermit with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands, they just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. They don't know what to do. They're not sure how to fix something. Okay, will Leo be calling them? Yes or no? One card. I'm not honoring reversals. Yeah. All right. They're going to be calling you. So, and listen, that's what's happening, right? Retrograde season, scorpionic energy, digging down, getting honest, sitting in our discomfort. I think I only got one sign so far that it was undeniably like not a reconnection. It doesn't mean you guys are going to run off into the sunset together, you know what I mean? But there's definitely going to be a revisit. And it doesn't mean that you have to even listen to them. You can tell them to go scratch, right? I mean, it's up to you in that way, right? We have free will. I'm only here to let you know what the energies support. It's up to you to take advantage of it. So if they have other things in their chart that push them to be like just a dirty dog, don't even answer the text. You know, really, don't even bother. Bullet dodged, you know, in that case. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the camera. Okay, so let's pull some energy for you, okay? Let's see where you're at. Ooh, moving on. See ya. You are moving on. You are creating for yourself. You are putting that bitch down. And you are figuring it out. Okay, listen. I'm saying this with lightness in my voice, but guys, only because you know what? It's so flippin' painful. I get it. Sometimes we just have to be like, geez, the hardest part's over. Yeah, man, I could see the sun a little bit, even though there's so much pain. The Chariot is all about moving forward and making it happen. I really like this. It's a Cancer energy. So some of you might actually be meeting a Cancer. You might be a Cancer. You're moving forward into the space of self-love. This is like a love, very love home. You know, you really enjoying your family, your friends, your space, and just really trying to tap into the positive things in your life. Well, you're really trying to rebuild yourself, because Seven of Pentacles is about a new cycle where you're not only building, but recognizing anything that's in the Pentacle energy and creating that for yourself. So this can be you focused on your job and your resources. This could also be you focused on what didn't work for you in this relationship and what do you need moving forward. Ten of Wands reverse is about you went through the hardest part, but you're putting these wands down and you're just not doing it anymore. This is incredible pressure on you. This is incredible pressure on you, mental pressure. This has been incredibly challenging on a psychological level, where when you know the Ten of Wands reverse energy, that's the kind of energy that like where you struggle to get out of bed and just feel motivated to do anything. You know, when it's reversed like that, it's like it's just such a heavy, you know, sadness there, the heavy energy. But you know, you're seeing the truth of it all. And I love the Seven of Cups. You guys who've been watching me know my spiel about the Seven of Cups. Five of the Cups are very, very positive, right? It just is. You know, we have spiritual guidance, higher consciousness, wisdom, ultimate utopia, and we have resources. And then we have these two guys here who we just don't have all the information. So you want to just be careful to not fill in information that's not based in reality. It's the only thing you have to be careful of, okay? You don't want to deceive yourself in any way. You want to stay really, really honest with yourself, just really honest, moving forward, you know, understanding and accepting that things have happened the way they are and not sitting around and waiting. Don't wait. Don't wait for this Leo. If it's meant, it's meant, you know, but do you. Move it on with that Chariot. Let's see what other energies we can get for you. Move it on. Let's get some information though here, Ben. Page of Wands, new beginning for you. Yeah, but you know what? You're not ready to give your heart to anybody. You are not ready to give your heart to anybody. And, you know, it's with a very heavy heart that you're moving away from this situation. You really don't want to, but you understand that you have to create this new beginning for yourself with this Page of Wands energy. You know that you need to tap into something that's positive, that's going to really encourage and really motivate you to want to move forward, and you're creating that for yourself. But I don't get that you're really wanting to open up emotionally right now. You know, you're taking care of yourself. You're moving away. I get such a feeling of healing here. There's definite healing, which is really healthy. You don't want to jump back into anything, right? You don't want to jump back in. You know, even if they come back, you know, this does indicate, like, take it slow. Like, you know, move it forward. If for those of you who are resonating with this, and your Leo calls you and you decide to take them back, move forward. But, you know, don't give away the farm overnight, you know. Make sure that their words match their actions, you know. Just make sure their words match their actions. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting that you just aren't going to believe them if they come back. You're just going to be like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I don't think this can actually happen. I don't think I have a future with you. And it's time that I really tap into a new set of standards for myself and move forward in a different way, because what you've done with me and to me up to this point is completely unacceptable. And you're not having it. You're going to be finding the strength within you to just, like, throw the gavel down and just be like, you know, are you kidding me? The Magician reverse is the trickster energy. This is like a player card. This is somebody who's just, and even if they're not that kind of person, it's just somebody who's grossly irresponsible and who's just not respectful. Bottom of the deck energy here. We have the Death. End of a cycle. Truth is coming out. We get some truth bombs coming out. Yeah, some truth bombs coming out. But they are definitely going to want to be starting something with you. But I don't feel like you're going to take them back. I just don't. And if you do, I'm getting that if you do, you're going to have a very specific set of criteria that needs to, like, be framed in order for you to be willing to stay in it. And I'm getting that you just don't feel like this person is capable of doing that. So that is what I'm getting. And you're just doing you. You're hopping on that chariot and you're just like, you know what? I don't know, you might not know exactly where you're going, but you do know that you're not staying in that kind of unhealthy, and you just don't trust that they're going to change. Doesn't mean they can't, doesn't mean you guys can't reconnect down the road, but I feel like you are in a space where the hurt was that great and you have worked that hard to get to this point of healing, even though you're not there yet, that you're not willing to be sucked right back into that rabbit hole. Let's see what message from the universe. What does the universe want you to know? A little message from the universe. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, what did I do? Don't be misled. Who else just got this? I think whoever's dealing with the Cancer just got this. Don't be misled. When fear speaks, it's always wrong, unless being chased by wildebeest. And when love speaks, it's always right. So listen, if they come back, again, make sure that their walk matches their talk. If you feel moved to take them back. Again, I mean in that way, guys. Obviously, this is a general reading. Everybody's going to be handling it differently. But for those of you who are, you know, if the Leo comes back during this season of reconciliation, just again, watch the words, you know what I mean? Just make sure that what they're saying matches their actions, and don't get too caught up in fantasy right now. It's very easy for all of us to, with Mercury retrograde in the Scorpionic energy, it's very, very easy to, drink the Kool-Aid. And you want to really make sure don't drink the Kool-Aid if they come back. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid. Okay. All right, guys, that is what I have for you if you have been ghosted by a Leo. I hope this gave you a seed or two to think about. And again, don't forget to check that rising Venus and moon sign of them if you can, and see if parts of that don't resonate as well. Okay, guys, until next time, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.